When you think of tigers, you probably think of several different species, such as the Bengal, Siberian, and so on. However, there is currently just one recognized species of tiger, Panthera tigris, with the rest divided into 9 subspecies. One of these, the Bali tiger, is now extinct. Of all the big cats in the world, lions, jaguars, leopards, and snow leopards, cougars, even cheetahs, tigers are among the biggest. The Sumatran tiger, the smallest of these giants, weighs in at a max of 310 pounds, or 140 kilos, and grows up to be 8 feet long, or 2.4 meters. But the largest, the Siberian or Amur tiger, can weigh more than double his Sumatran cousin, maxing out at 660 pounds, or 300 kilos, and grow to be as long as 10 feet, or 3 meters. For reference, the average lion weighs 420 pounds, or 190 kilos. They may all be one species, but they can come in many different color variations. The two most well-known would be the classic orange tiger striped coat and its white palette-swapped brother. But did you know the white tiger is actually considered a mutant and not an albino, as some may have you believe? It lacks pheomelanin, which creates the orange color, and as it does not affect the dark pigment of the stripes like an albino gene would, it is not considered as such. There are 2 subsects of these variations. The golden tiger has a pale golden pelage with a blonde tone and reddish-brown stripes. Its colors appear much softer and less bold than the classic orange tiger. Then there is the snow white tiger, which is actually the exact same animal as the white tiger, but in this very rare occurrence, it lacks its stripes, which makes it as white as the Siberian mountains, which some tigers call home. Probably the most famous breed of tiger is the Bengal tiger, having appeared in many forms of media over the years, from The Jungle Book to Life of Pi. Humans have interacted with and enjoyed these creatures for centuries. There is lots of evidence to suggest that these animals were very important to the people of the Indus Valley. They appeared on coins and artwork. The Bengal continues in use today as the official animal of Bangladesh and the election symbol of a Pakistani political group. However, historically speaking, interactions between humans and tigers have been less than inspiring, as humans have routinely hunted down these majestic animals. During the British occupation of India, it was very popular for English sportsmen to go down and make a name for themselves by killing as many tigers as possible. Between 1875 and 1925, it is estimated that over 80,000 tigers were slaughtered. In some instances, they may have even fought back. In the late 19th century, there was one such Bengal tiger who stalked and preyed on the people of Nepal and the Kumaon division of India, who ended up with a body count of 436 people. This killer was hunted down by over 300 people, earning the nickname the Demon of Champawat. She was a huntress who stalked her prey in broad daylight. World-renowned hunter Jim Corbett, an Englishman himself, was contacted after the local people had grown tired of this monster who terrorized them and hired him to hunt down the tiger. After finally killing the beast, he learned that the tiger had been shot previously, so one has to wonder if the wound caused an altered state of mind, causing her to alter her normal hunting habits, or if this really was an act of revenge on the people who hurt her. Lucky for us, tigers don't often find us on the menu, which is a good thing, as full-grown Bengals have claws that reach up to 3.9 inches, or 10 centimeters in length, and a bite strength of 1,050 psi. For comparison, a great white shark has a bite strength of only 625 psi. Like your average house cat who hunts down mice and bugs, Bengal tigers prefer to use stealth to hunt their prey. Tigers typically prey on sambar deer, Manchurian wapiti, barasingha, and wild boar. They are fully equipped to take on much larger animals, like full-grown water buffaloes, but often choose to go after the smaller, easier prey, so as not to risk life or limb. As mentioned before, tigers use stealth to hunt, usually stalking their targets at night and waiting until they're at close range to strike. They prefer to hide in tall grass, using their stripes to blend in. Despite being able to leap up to 33 feet, or 10 meters, they typically stay on the ground and avoid hunting in or even climbing trees. Using their great leaping abilities, tigers employ a strategy that allows them to leap onto their chosen prey and attempt to knock it off balance, allowing the tiger's heavy body to overwhelm the animal. However, if they fail with their initial assault, they are not above a good chase. Tigers can reach speeds of up to 40 miles per hour, or 65 kilometers per hour, but only in short bursts. Tigers like their attacks to always be quick. Too long, and the tiger will be forced to regroup and find a new target. Tigers live very solitary lives, choosing to carve out territories for themselves, despite some overlap with other tigers. This is necessary for mating purposes, or, on some rare occasions, sharing a meal together. Just like your typical house cat, they mark their territory by spraying urine or scratching objects within its territory. For the tiger, it's trees. For your cat, it could be your kitchen table, showing that sometimes a cat is just a cat, no matter the size. The span of the individual territory depends on how much prey is available, geographic area, and sex of the tiger. In India, they're anywhere from 19 to 386 square miles, or 50 to 1,000 kilometers. While in Manchuria, they range from 190 to 1,540 square miles, or 500 to 4,000 kilometers. They will mark their territory depending on what kind of terrain best suits the region they live in. They typically seek out dense, forested areas, preferring to be near water for them to lounge in during the hot days, unlike your typical house cat. But they can also be found living in the mountainous regions in historical Iran. Tigers make their homes in a rather far-reaching stretch of terrain. Historically, when they were at their peak population, they occupied land stretching from the Middle East all the way up to eastern Russia and stretching across to the Sea of Japan. However, now it's believed that they only occupy a mere 7% of their historic territory. There are several reasons for this. The first and most obvious being human expansion. As we choose to grow and build, the unavoidable side effect of that is a loss of natural territory. However, things have changed in the past 100 years. Many countries have established reserves in an effort to protect their natural environments. Another reason is poaching. Not much different from the English from a century ago. People still want to make a name for themselves by hunting down these animals and selling their fur illegally. Luckily, general attitudes towards conservation have changed in the last 100 years, and people don't want to see these animals go away forever. There have been many efforts put forward to protect tigers. In 2007, India committed $150 million to set up anti-poaching initiatives. By the 1940s, tigers were all but gone from Siberia, with roughly 40 animals remaining. Today, that number is over 500. Baby steps, but all steps in the right direction. So yes, things are dire for the global tiger population, but also on the rebound. The population is growing year after year. A century ago, there used to be over 100,000 tigers worldwide. Now that number is less than 5,000. These big cats used to be one of the most dominant predators in Asia. Now every day is just a struggle to survive. There are many key factors in understanding what happens to the tiger population, and hopefully, by learning and furthering our understanding of these animals, we can help keep them on our planet for generations to come. So, as long as we stay vigilant and educated on these beautiful animals, we should have no issues guaranteeing their continued existence on our planet. And it's not just tigers we need to be mindful of. There are many different pieces to nature.